Hello again, and this is another unboxing video. Today's a bit of a unscheduled one, I guess you could say. I wasn't really expecting this to turn up when it did, but here it is. It's The Walking Dead Here's Negan, the board game from Mantic Games. It's kind of a board game set in the same universe as the Walking Dead All-Out War miniatures game from Mantic. It uses the same miniatures, but this is a board game rather than a full-on miniatures game. It's co-op, it plays 1 to 5. Well, I say it's co-op, it's kind of semi-cooperative. I'll kind of get to that in a bit. But for now, let's crack the box open, see what you get inside. So first off, a couple of boards, tokens to punch out. We've got, these are the different lockdown tokens to signify rooms being locked down. We've got some tokens probably to do with various objective markers, action markers, fire, barricades, health trackers. These are the zombie spawn markers. So the game works a little bit like Space Hulk, where you have markers that show where more walkers are going to come onto the map, and here is the threat tracker needs assembly. We've got the zombie blips, and then some more tokens, various things also have different game effects, and a bunch of doors. Some of the doors have different things on the back, and then these are the blips for the zombies. So again, it's very similar to Space Hulk in that when you can't see the zombies at first, they just appear on the board like these, as these things. These are tokens, and they move around the map. Whenever you can see one of these tokens, you flip it over, and it's got either a die on it or it's blank. If it's blank, it's just nothing. You're hearing things, and if it's got a coloured die, you roll that die, and however many points are on the die face, that's how many walkers you spawn. Then we've got, now this was something, actually this answers a question that I was asking myself. In the box when I got this delivered, and I don't mean inside this box, I mean inside the delivery box, I got these, which are promo cards for The Walking Dead All-Out War, and these are character cards for each of the characters that you get in this game, so you can use them in All-Out War. According to Mantic's website, you only got these if you pre-ordered the game from Mantic. It appears that you can also get it if you order it from elsewhere. I mean, I didn't order this from Mantic, I got this from another seller. So, but yeah, I was wondering if those cards may just come inside the first print run. It's not the case, I just got this envelope separately. So yeah, you're not going to get them just in a general print run of the game. We got the rulebook, pretty much again very similar in style to the All-Out War rulebook. A lot of the mechanics are very similar, the way the dice work and things like that. Some of the keywords on the items and stuff. You got plenty of artwork from the comics, and then the back of the scenario book, you've got 12 scenarios to work through of varying difficulty, telling the story of Here's Negan. Then we've got here the Negan reference card and the character sheets as well. So again, these are different from the ones that you get in the All-Out War game. As you can see, they're a lot bigger. And these, again, you've got one of these for each of the characters, and it kind of shows the character, their special abilities, what dice they roll, and any starting equipment, as well as this rep tracker, which you keep a track of how much rep you've got, which is just how much Negan likes you. We've also got the Walker reference card, that's with the event deck, and this gives you all the instructions for the walkers. And finally you have the Negan reference card, which is what tells you how Negan plays. Then, really nice insert for a game like this. We have the same dice again as the ones that come with All-Out War. I'm not sure on the actual numbers of dice, but they are the same in that there's a red one, a blue one, and white ones, and they're the same as the ones that were in that game. So I suppose there's no reason why you can't use them if you're playing All-Out War to supplement them, or you could always use dice from All-Out War to supplement these ones if you so wished. We've got the boards, which are unusually for a game like this, they're not part of the punch board sheets. They're double-sided. They've got varying types of terrain, corridors, rooms, etc. on them. There's a whole bunch of them. Decent cardboard stock, and a really nice area for them to go in the insert. And then here we've got some video. Okay, so we've got some spare Ziploc bags to put those punch tokens in. We have these, which are like the little paperclip things that slide on. You just grab one. So these is what you use to keep a track of your rep. So if you grab one of the character sheets, all you do, just slide that onto the side there like that, and then that keeps a track of the rep during the game. The spinner, that would go in the centre of the threat tracker. And we've got cards. Okay, so we have supply cards, room cards. Let's sort that out. Got supply, room, Negan action. So the Negan action cards are the ones that you draw during the Negan phase. They're the ones that tell Negan what he's going to do on his turn, whether he's going to move towards somebody, move towards some walkers, smack somebody in the back of the head with Lucille, who knows what Negan's going to do. We have the room cards. These work kind of similar to how the cards in Zombicide work. When you first open a room, you draw one of these and it'll tell you what walkers you find inside, if you find supply tokens, etc., and they all get spawned in the room as you open the door. And the supply tokens are, again, as you saw in some of the markers, there's like supply markers. If you search them, you get to draw a card from here, and you can get all kinds of things, more guns, grenades, factory blueprints, all sorts of extra stuff that you can equip. Then we've got the event deck, which are on bigger card. I suppose that's just because more people probably need to see them from across the table, so they're a bit bigger. And these are different things that you draw on your turn, and they trigger various effects that happen. Again, they're gonna, I can't imagine there's a lot of good, you know, this is The Walking Dead. There's not going to be a lot of good stuff happening on these cards. Most of it's probably going to be thoroughly miserable for you to have to deal with on your turn. Then we have 1, 2, 3 bags of miniatures. But the 2 bags of green miniatures are the walkers. And then the other bag is the survivors, and they're in a different plastic. They're like a dark grey to match the rest of the all-out war stuff. And these are, you know, they're fantastic sculpts. They're really nice. I'll show you a few. And they're on green plastic for the walkers. You can call them zombies, but they are zombies, but you know. So the green plastic for the walkers, and then that's another bag of those. And then we have the grey plastic ones for the survivors themselves. So let's just see if we can dig out, say, a couple of these. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see them, but again, really nice quality. Let's see if we can find the man himself. Where's Negan? Here's Negan, here he is. So here's Negan, looking as brutal as ever. And then the first player marker, which I love, is your very own personal Lucille. So you pass that around to denote who is the current first player. And that is everything that you get in the box of The Walking Dead Here's Negan, the board game by Mantic Games. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more unboxings, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.